Hello everyone, my name is Quackney and I'm here to ask and answer one question. Can you beat Fallout New Vegas while only walking backwards? That's right, another New Vegas challenge. This challenge will actually be a suggestion from a commenter, so thank you for the suggestion. And it's a pretty simple run. Beat the game while only walking backwards. To do this, I rebound my W, A, and D keys to the numpad so I wouldn't accidentally break the rules. And so I could see where I was going, I stick to using the third-person camera for most of the game. As far as builds go, there are no weapon restrictions for this run, so I focus on guns and sneak. I figured since getting closer to my enemies was going to be annoying, melee weapons were out of the question, and short-range weapons were less than ideal. So you'll see that I stick to silence weapons and sniper rifles, electing to take my enemies out from afar. With that, let's explain the rules of the run. Only one this time, I can only move backwards. Some other additional information, I will be playing on the normal difficulty on the PC version of Fallout New Vegas with all DLC and some minor texture mods that I forgot to revert from a previous run. Before we get started, I'd like to thank my channel members for the support this month. Thank you again, Fallout Boy. With the rules established, let's get on with the run. Just like any run, I begin at Doc Mitchell's house after getting my face shot off by Benny. I name myself Cab. And then it's time to move on to the Vigor Tester, where I set my special stats as follows: 5 Strength, 1 Perception, 6 Endurance, 1 Charisma, 9 Intelligence, 9 Agility, and 9 Luck. For my tagged skills, I take Guns, Repair, and Sneak. And for my traits, I take Skilled and Trigger Discipline. After character creation is all done, I move on to the usual looting of Doc Mitchell's house before heading out to Goodsprings Saloon. I talk to Sunny Smiles and go out back to shoot some bottles. After impressing her with my bottle slaying abilities, we take down some geckos at the nearby water holes. That's all I care to do of the tutorial, so I end things with Sunny and head back to the saloon, where I find Joe Cobb threatening Judy. I offer my help to Judy and head out to fight Ringo at the gas station. I tell him that the powder gangers are as good as dead, but first I'll get the help from the townsfolk. Sunny Smiles is on board, no questions asked. And using my sneak skill, I convince Judy to join. And use my medicine to get some supplies from Doc Mitchell. With all that, I return to Ringo and tell him the fight is on with the powder gangers. I had an interesting glitch here where the armored Volt suit had parts that were invisible. Never seen that one before. Anyway, the battle for Goodsprings is on, and I sit out in the open and take pot shots at the powder gangers with my 10mm. Joe Cobb had a stealth boy on him. Cool. As I leave Goodsprings, I rebuild my character the exact same so that I can take the skill trait again, netting a +10 in all skills. When I make it to Prim, I realize I won't be able to disable any mines by walking ass first into them, so I just have to shoot them going forward. Then I stealthily make my way through the Bison Hotel, taking out all the raiders and freeing Deputy Beagle. Once that's all over, I use my science to reprogram Prim Slim as the new sheriff. And now it's off to Nipton to meet with the Legion. And by meet, I mean feed them lead. After I finish lunch with the Legion, I make my way towards the Strip to find Benny. But before I do, I stop at the Gunrunner shop outside of Vegas and buy some ammo and a silenced .22 pistol. After my shopping, I go into Freeside to make my way towards the New Vegas gates. I may have gotten a little overzealous with my shopping because I forgot about the credit check to get in, so now I'm in need of some caps. Solving this was easy enough though, I just head over to the Atomic Wrangler. At one point, the casino awards me a beer for all of my winnings, and when I drink it, I get addicted. Off of one beer. Really? What the hell is that? Anyway, I hit the jackpot limit and I leave for the gates once again. Never changed, New Vegas. Once I'm inside the Strip, I head right to the Tops Casino to find Benny. This is where the silenced .22 pistol comes in handy, as it's a holdout weapon so I can sneak it past the weapons check. I use Joe Cobb's Stealth Boy, and as Benny walks past me, I take my shots. After I turn Benny into Swiss cheese, I take all of his belongings, and then I make my way up to his room to meet Yes Man. It's here that I tell Yes Man that I want to take over the Strip in Benny's stead, seeing as how he's dead and all. First things first, me and my invisible clothes head over to Lucky 38 to take care of Mr. House. Stairs were my #1 enemy in this run. I always found it kind of strange that a man like Mr. House, as powerful and careful as he is, has these terminals that lead to his defenseless, fleshy body, and they can be accessed by anyone. No passwords, just some Securitrons that you can walk right past. Once inside, I tell Mr. House goodnight and put him down for the big sleep. With Mr. House taken care of, I head back to Yes Men to tell him to take over the Lucky 38. On my way out, I notice that one of the casino guards has a silenced .22 SMG, and I want it. And while I'm at it, I could use some more experience.
That's not a good idea.
Back at the Lucky 38, I give Yes Man the Platinum chip, and he takes over for the late Mr. House. Then I sit through the Megamine Mark II upgrade demonstration. Now it's time to decide what to do with all the different factions in the game. So I make my way out of Lucky 38 and head over to the Gamora to take care of the Omertas. That wasn't too bad, so I head off to the White Glove Society next to do the same. When I entered this room, however, the game sound got all muted and funny, and when I left, the game got stuck in an infinite loading screen. Not wanting to get stuck in a crash again, I just kill the leaders and leave the cannibals to find out what to do with themselves with no direction. After all that, I head back to the Gunrunners and buy myself an anti-material rifle. Next up, I take on the Brotherhood, so I hobble over to their bunker. I comply with their demands and meet Elder McNamara and agree to take out the nearby NCR Ranger for them. After Dobson is dead, I hobble back to the Brotherhood to get this bomb collar off of me. Then, it's as easy as stealing the 3 key cards to activate the self-destruction of the bunker. First from Elder McNamara, the second from Head Scribe Taggart, and the last one from Head Paladin Hardin. I'm still only level 9, so I want to kill some of the Brotherhood to get experience, but power armor's a bit too strong for most of my guns, so I kill all the scribes instead. In order to prevent the Brotherhood from becoming hostile to me, I put on one of their scribe robes so no one bats an eye as I walk right up to the self-destruct terminals, request a password, and then use that password to engage the self-destruct. Not only is no one mad at me for killing people, but they also seem to not be worried about the blaring alarm signaling their imminent doom. So I make my way out of the bunker, and right before I leave, Paladin Reynos sees through my disguise and chases me out. I'm able to use a Gauss rifle I stole out of someone's pockets to blast him. Then this other paladin tells me that he knows what I'm up to and that he and his friends are going to put me down like an animal. But he doesn't attack me despite witnessing the murder of one of his comrades. So I just change my clothes and hobble my way out of the bunker, which conveniently only explodes when I leave. Now I'm off to the Great Khans, so I stroll right up to the Longhouse and go inside. Can you guess what I'm going to do? Here, have a grenade. What they're eating must be pretty damn good for them to not stop after that. Great Khan's now taken care of, I return to the Gunrunners again and buy a 12.7mm submachine gun and a silencer. However, what I really needed was a suppressor. Because the gun is the Gunrunners version, I need the Gunrunners specific mod as well, which I did not know. I spent way too much time traveling between the 3 vendors in the game that can actually sell this mod, and waiting 72 hours for the stocks to refresh. Especially since I'm so close to ending the game anyway, but eventually, I did find it. Then I make my way to the boomers. No, George, I do not need your advice. I've done this so many times. Who even needs you, George? First try, and without a scratch on me. I talk to the boomers at the gate and agree to meet their leader, Pearl. I tell her that I'll help them out, but
That was a lie.
I'm running out of supplies, so I fast travel back to Goodsprings and hit up Doc Mitchell to get patched up and get some medicine. Then it's back to the boomers airfield, where, in the dead of night, I sneak into Loyal's house. I've never seen this glitch before. When I would aim down sights, my gun would disappear, and no matter where I was looking at when I shot, my bullet would always hit the cabinet beside Loyal's bed. Eventually, I just switch weapons and blast him. When I make my way to Pearl's house, she somehow knows what I've done, but fists are no match for my bullets. Leaving her home, I get ambushed by a couple of boomers, and it's here that I realize just how strong the 12.7mm SMG is. This thing slaps. After all my hard work, it's time to return to Yes Man and tell him that all of our enemies are dead. Then he tells me I should save the president of the NCR because Mr. House said it was a good idea. And I told Yes Man,
No.
with that settled, Yes Man gives me an override module and tells me to install it at the El Dorado substation. So, I do just that. I waltz right on over to the substation and spray lead at the NCR troops inside. After that, I power the substation with the override chip, just as Yes Man asked me to. Back at the Lucky 38, Yes Man tells me the Legion is about to attack the dam, and because I never went to Fortification Hill to activate the stored Securitrons, we need to make sure that there's no need for anyone to keep fighting over Hoover Dam. And we'll be doing that by destroying its power generators. Once at the dam, Megamine and I begin to pick off anyone we can see. The NCR didn't like it when I killed this Legion soldier. They didn't like that either. And now for my final level up of the game. I'm only level 12, which is I think the lowest level I've ever gone into the Assault of Hoover Dam at. Then we head inside Hoover Dam. 2 NCR troopers with power armor block the door, so I blast their heads off with my anti-material rifle. Once inside, I installed the override chip for Yes Man, giving him control over the dam. Now it's time to take care of those generators. No, Megamine, no! No! Oh, God! Fueled by a heartbreak, I overload and blow up the dam. Topside, I fight through more Legion soldiers. After all the Legion were defeated, one of the Securitrons must have had a stroke and continued to shoot its Gatling laser at nothing. Once inside the Legate's camp, I take out any soldiers before our final confrontation. And to prepare myself, I use every drug in my inventory and then take my shot. I was not expecting a one-shot kill, nor was I expecting the ghost of the Legate to fly around and haunt me. Well, that was easy. When I go to leave, General Oliver arrives, and Yes Man and I unalive him and all of his men. With that, the game is over, and I can finally answer the question. Can you beat Fallout New Vegas while only walking backwards? Yes. Yes, you can. It was, in all honesty, only really annoying. I did start to get used to it near the end there, but it was still a pain in the ass. I went hard into Sneak this run, and it paid off, as most of my combat encounters were over before anyone even knew I was there. That was also the easiest Legate fight I think I've ever had. In fact, the entire assault on Hoover Dam was pretty much a breeze. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, subscribe. Check out our Discord in the description. Leave a comment below for what challenge run you'd like to see next. And with that, I'll see you next time.